Okay, sorry about the video. Okay, what was we're talking about here was the way how I raised the tortoises. Okay, so when I bought these tortoises, sorry about that because I just ate. Mighty made some real good food today. Um, what she make? Enchiladas, ground beef enchiladas. Um, anyways, I'm gonna tell you where I got the tortoises from, and then how I raised them. So, uh, before I reached out to anyone about purchasing tortoises, um, I did research. I did my research, and I read a lot. I saw a lot of YouTube, but I saw it on without the volume. Because if you don't put volume on some of them, you get captions. So I like to read. Uh, so when I was ready to buy them, something I always wanted to buy is leopard tortoises, the pardalis pardalis. Uh, so I reached out to Petrie's pardalis. Well, no, I'm gonna lie to you. I'm lying to you there. Let me back it up. So the first person I reached out to was in California, and uh, he didn't want to ship. So then the second person I reached out to was Petrie's, and he said, try back in December, uh, November, December, I believe. September, October, November, December 2019. I don't really remember. I have it written down, but anyways, it was 2019 when I bought these guys as hatchlings, and it was close to the end of the year. So I saw his Facebook videos, and how he was raising them, what he recommended, and now how he had them on a on a rack on clear tubs. So he sent me his PDF form on how to care for them. So me and Marty, we ordered all the rack. We went to Home Depot, bought the racks. We ordered the UVB bulbs and on everything we needed. So when we prepared before we got the tortoises, and that's how we raised them. We raised them in clear tubs for the first 6 months inside. And he's right. Petrie's the Byron Petrie, I think Byron. He is right when he tells you that you need to grow them out of their vulnerable stage. So we saw that by keeping them inside in the tubs on paper towels, the growth rate was amazing. I mean, uh, I first thing I do when I get home is bathe them, soak them in water because you got to soak them daily. Marty would help soak them, or I would soak them. Marty would clean the trays, or vice versa. Marty would soak them. I clean the trays, and we did that for the first 6 months, uh, or 5 months. I'm not sure. Anyways, I sent a picture with Petrie's telling him that they were over a certain amount of ounces, no grams, because the scale was grams, and he said that at that size they were able to be outside. So then we transferred them outside. And this pen is where they've been for the past year and a half. Yeah, year and a half. And um, the males have gotten a little aggressive and wanted to breed them. They were the males were battling out there these last few months, and then I reached out to another person on Facebook, and what their recommendations were, and they said to separate them. So I separated them. Um, So you know they're just 2 years old and over 12 inches. Some of them are 10 inches. So we raised them the Petrie's Pardalis way. So I'm putting my money where my mouth is. So uh, I'm gonna buy two radiatas. Might be buying 5 if he has plenty. Uh, so if I can buy 5 in December, I'll purchase 5 radiatas this December. I believe that's when they should start hatching. I already reached out to somebody and he said he had a few clutches in the incubator, so try back in December. We'll be doing that, and his prices are fair. So you know, he said he only had 2 available, or you know, I told him I like 2, but uh, you know, he has a list. So hopefully I can get 5. If I can get 5 radiatas, then I'll purchase 4 or 5 leopard tortoises, and of course I'll raise them inside on the clear tubs, and see how their hatch rate, I mean not their hatch rate, their growth rate, compared that one would be leopard, one would be radiata, will be doing. But I believe that I could get radiata tortoises to grow this big in 2 years, because you know, only because I followed the Petrie's Pardalis' recommendations on how to raise them. Um, so I'm going to tell you how I did it. After 6 months, I brought them out here, and I had some cinder blocks like this, and then I had like a wood over it. They would get under there. They don't want to be around people because they run away, so they're afraid. They are afraid of people. Uh, you know, eventually they'll come around. So I have some that will come around eventually, and you know, sniff me and want me to scratch their backs, but not all of them. So anyway, so I started them small out here, and they would never go outside. They were scared to venture out, so they would spend all their time either under the blocks, because I put a plywood over it, you know, made little hides for them, and they're hiding all day long. And eventually they started on their own, going outside. And then one winter last year, well, not one winter, but last year it got cold front came in, and I needed a hide box, so I posted on Facebook also any pictures on hide boxes and how to keep them warm, and that's how I made my hide box. But I believe that the hide box, the heat in the hide box, is creating the rapid growth on these guys. Because if you leave these guys outside, how can I explain to it? So a tortoise at night needs to keep warm, and what I've noticed is some nights they're outside, and I come out there and I get them and I bring them inside. They're really warm, like they're using their body heat. So instead of them, I guess what I'm trying to say is, instead of them using their energy to grow, they're using it to keep warm. So they're using their heat, their body heat, to keep warm. So it takes a lot of energy. So then I would bring them back in here. I put the block on the door right there, and then they would start going in their hide. And then they learn now that certain time of night, certain time of day, the light comes on here, and then they know it's time to come inside and eat. And then after that, they use the hide box on their own. So I'm not having to go search for them. The only time I'm searching for them is at 4:30 to 5 when I'm home, and I'm wanting to feed them. So like I said, thanks for watching my videos, and we're gonna be giving a giveaway of some tortoise food. And yeah, like and subscribe, leave your comments, any kind of answers or any questions. I'll post our email on here, Mari's email, so you can email questions if you want to see the way we had them, or you want to see the way we got our heat box, or you know, you want to see the tortoises up close, or any questions. Just let us know. Thanks for watching and taking the time.